Hi, welcome to Movie Retold channel. Today let's enjoy an Indian movie called RRR. During the British colonial rule in India, Governor Scott and his wife visit Adilabad forest where the Gond tribe lives. While Scott and his men are off hunting, Catherine enjoys the singing of a girl by the name Molly, as she is decorating the English woman's hand with a lovely artwork. When the hunters come back, Catherine tells Scott that she wants to take the girl with her. Scott's assistant Edward throws 2 coins Molly's mother Loki. Loki picked the coins not knowing her daughter was bought from her. When Catherine takes Molly with her to her car, Loki realized what was going on and followed them as they drive away by taking another route. She sits in front of the car and pleads to take back her daughter. An officer points a gun at Loki's head, but Scott stops him, saying that the price of a bullet is more precious than the woman's life, and instructs him to find another way. Loki is knocked to the ground as the officer strikes her in the head with a heavy twig he finds by the side of the road. Meanwhile, angry protesters are about to break into a prison as they demand the release of their leader. The jail guards are scared for their lives because they are outnumbered. Later, a protester throws a stone and knocks the king's portrait to the ground. When the commander orders the criminal to be captured, Ram quickly jumps over the fence and begins beating the protesters, but he is bitten and hit with a large stone on the head. He finally captured the criminal and hands him to his commander. Despite all of his wounds, Ram cleans his face and stands in his position. During the Special Officer Award ceremony, the commander calls out the names of 3 officers who have been raised to the rank of Special Officer. Ram is furious because all 3 of them are British. Out of anger he punches the punching bag till it bursts. A special advisor wants to meet Governor Scott. Since he is not available, he informs Edward that the tribe desires the return of their Molly. He compared this tribe to a herd of sheep, and if one of the lambs from the herd goes missing, their shepherd will search the earth for it. Then, he told Edward to inform the governor that the shepherd has already left to look for Molly and that his name is Beam. Despite not knowing who Beam is, Edward wants the soldiers to capture him. Catherine suggests that the person who succeeds in this will be raised to the position of special officer. Ram claims he can finish the job, and his commander confirms to Catherine that he is the only one who can. Beam wants to capture a wolf, and when the trap is set, he runs away from the chasing wolf and towards the trap. Surprisingly, a tiger jumps out of the bushes. It scares the wolf away, and starts running after Beam. Since the trap was too small, the tiger escaped and attacked Beam, but he managed to defeat it. Then, he begs for its forgiveness, saying that he will use it for his own benefit. Beam goes to Delhi disguised as a Muslim mechanic. One day he is harassed by a British soldier, but he doesn't fight back because he doesn't want his identity to be revealed. Thinking of a way inside the governor's palace, Beam sent his friend Jangu to act as a worker. But he doesn't have ID, so he was beaten up. Jenny, the governor's niece, saves him from the soldier. Beam came up with a plan to befriend Jenny so that he can enter the palace. Ram tells his uncle the plan he had to capture Beam. That is to attend the meeting of those who are fighting against the power of the British in India. While sitting among the rebels, Ram suggests killing Governor Scott. Lachu, Beam's brother, asks him if it is possible to kill Scott because he did wrong to him and his brother. Ram asks where his brother is. And as Lachu is taking them to Beam, they reach a checkpoint where he finds out that Ram is a police officer. Lachu runs away and hides in a crowd. In the meantime, Beam tells a boy to catch him some fish. As the boy heads to the river, Lachu came to Beam and informed him of what happened. Soon we see a passing train that is leaking and it crushes at the middle of the river right above the boy. Luckily, Beam and Ram came up with a great plan to rescue the boy. From that moment the 2 men became great friends and they spend most of their time together. Later, Ram finds out that Beam has feelings for Jennifer. He helps him meet Jennifer by puncturing her car and pretending to help her get a ride to the market. Jennifer tells Beam that she is shopping for a small girl called Molly. He realizes that Molly is in the governor's palace and makes her a bangle. That day Jennifer invites Beam to a party at their palace. Beam arrives there along with Ram. They enjoy the party by dancing and singing Indian song. Later Jenny asks Beam for a cup of tea at their palace. While they are talking, Beam lies to Jenny that he is hungry, and as soon as she leaves he begins looking for Molly. He finds Molly sitting behind bars and promises to free her soon. Meanwhile Ram goes looking Lachu and he is found working in a paint shop. He tries to escape but Ram captures him. He tortures him demanding that he reveals who his brother is, but Lachu refuses to give any information about him. That night, Lachu captures a poisonous snake and threw it at Ram. Lachu informed him that he would die in an hour from the poison. Fortunately, Beam finds Ram in a helpless state and on seeing the snake bite he makes him an antidote. Ram discovers his best friend is a conspirator after seeing fortune thread similar to Lachu's. Later Beam reveals his identity and his goal is to save Molly, not knowing Ram wants to arrest him. During a celebration held to welcome Governor Scott, Beam and his men barge into the palace with a lorry filled with wild animals. As the animals are attacking Scott's soldiers, Beam tries to rescue Molly but a soldier locks her behind a huge door. He fights the soldier and takes the key. A burning carriage driven by Ram arrives there and explodes. Its burning wheel hits Beam. He is shocked to see Ram dressed as a police officer. Ram wants to arrest Beam despite begging him not to because he wants to rescue Molly. Desperate not to get arrested, the two get into fight and Beam loses the key. He manages to escape from Ram and climb over the building where Molly is. While jumping over the building, Ram captures him and orders him to surrender or else Molly will suffer. After the arrest of Beam, Ram gets promoted to the rank of special officer. In a flashback we see how Ram's father, Venkat, trained him and the villagers with a wooden rifle. He forbade them from using actual gun and narrated a story about how Governor Scott had once ordered the murder of one of the villagers. In order to save a bullet, he asked the executioner to find another way to kill the rebel, then the executioner used a hammer. After the execution Venkat left the army and returned to his village. One day, British troops attack the village and order Venkat to surrender. Venkat gets hurt during the fight and asks his son to shoot in his place. When Venkat's wife and son are killed, Ram destroyed the soldiers one by one till the troops were forced to return back. Venkat makes his son promise that he will make sure every villager gets a rifle. Back in the present, Ram writes a letter to his fiancée Sita, telling her that soon he is about to complete his mission of providing every villager with a rifle. The governor called Ram and thanked him before ordering him to publicly flog Beam. Everyone in the neighborhood is invited to the public flogging. When the flogging starts, Catherine is upset because she was unable to see Beam bleeding profusely. As a result, she throws a flogger with spikes at Ram. Ram attempts to convince him to surrender but he chooses to be flogged. He starts singing despite his excruciating pain. After Beam collapses to the ground, the crowd turn wild and start attacking the soldiers. That evening Ram receives a letter from the British that allows him to transport weapons. But he chooses to betray the British and rescue Beam and Molly. The next morning, Scott orders the execution of Beam. Ram proposes hanging him in Molly's presence and that he should be hanged by the river bank so that they can dispose of his body in the river. Ram starts his plan to save Molly on their way to the execution site, but he is severely injured and Molly manages to run towards the forest. Beam also manages to escape but he misinterprets Ram's actions as an attempt to murder Molly, so he hits him with a heavy wood on the face before fleeing with her. Few months later, Scott visits the prison where Ram is being imprisoned. Ram is angry and speaks ill of the British. This makes the soldiers torture him and place him in a solitary cell. Molly and Beam are about to be captured as one of the police officers approaches the room where they are hiding. Sita pretends seeking for help and lies that the individuals inside are infected with smallpox. The police are immediately ordered to exit the house. Later Sita narrates to them about the promise Ram made to his father and how his father gave him the order to shoot the bombs on his belt, which led to an explosion that killed both him and the British soldiers. Bhim regrets doubting his friend and promises to rescue him. Without a delay, Bhim sneaked into the barracks where Ram is being imprisoned and frees him, drawing the attention of the soldiers. Bhim carries Ram on his shoulders. They fight the soldiers and manage to jump over the fence, making their way into a nearby forest. Bhim prepared ancient remedies and applied it to Ram's legs. The governor is informed of the situation and he ordered the special forces to destroy the two. Ram shoots arrows at the soldiers who are now aiming at Bhim. He also burns the grass with a blazing arrow, killing some of the soldiers in the process. Ram also shoots grenades with an arrow to kill additional soldiers. Bhim approaches Edward and stabs him dead with a long arrow. The two rush towards the palace where they are attacked with cannons, but Ram and Bhim are unharmed. When Bhim performs a stunt on his bike and jumps off it, Ram shoots an ignited arrow into the gas tank of the bike. The flaming bike flies through the window into the armory and a fire breaks out. Bhim manages to get into the armory before it is completely destroyed and pulls out several boxes of rifles. Some troops along with Catherine are killed as a result of the massive explosion. Governor Scott is also badly wounded, but Ram shoots an arrow at his arm and asks Bhim to shoot him in the heart so that he can keep his expensive bullet in his heart. Ram brings the rifles to his village and Bhim succeeds in reuniting Molly with her mother Loki. Thanks for watching and subscribe to Movie Retold channel for more videos like this.